Hello everyone, welcome to another video by me, Beyond Astro K. I'm doing the Mercury Retrograde, which is happening on the 13th of December in Capricorn, and then it goes into Sagittarius in January next year. So this is in and out, fire for all the signs. So when it's a little intro about this Mercury retrograde. When this happens, we're going to be seeing themes from Capricorn, which is about the government, business, higher ups, all the Capricorn themes, banks, money. After then, when it goes into Sagittarius, also, yes, sorry, I may have not forget about career as well, jobs and career with Capricorn. I think we're going to be doing a lot of thinking about all of that. And when it goes into Sagittarius, the themes are going to be about, race, religion, our belief system, publishing, far away distance, traveling, learning, mentorship. So these are going to be very prevalent to all of us. And obviously it does depend on where this is going to be in your personal house charts, because I do it for the general. But look, it's very important to look where Mercury is in your personal house chart. It's also important to look where else? Yes, where Mercury is, also where Capricorn is and where Sagittarius is, because these are going to be highlighted. Remember, during this retrograde, there's things that we have to look back on and things that can come back into our lives and things that, when it goes direct, that's when things start to sort of like pan out the way that it should. There's nothing that we can really control during these retrograde times. So it will be very interesting. This is going to affect all the cardinal. So Capricorn, Libra, Capricorn, Libra, Cancer, you're going to be, and Aries, you're going to be greatly affected. And the mutables, you're going to be Sagittarius, Pisces, Virgo, and Gemini. This will definitely affect you guys. Also, let's not forget, the people that will benefit will be like the fire signs. When it goes into like it goes into Sagittarius, you're going to be benefiting the fire and air. And also when it goes into the when it goes into the earth sign, when it goes into Capricorn, the water signs will benefit. Okay, so yes, it's going to be mad times before Christmas, guys. I don't know about you guys, but things. And another thing I was going to say is at 8 degrees Capricorn. So if you're like, and this is going to be the Venus degree of Capricorn. Okay. So if you're born like mid-January, if you are, and let's not forget, if you're Virgo, this is going to benefit you. All like the mid-Virgos, Capricorns, and Tauruses, you're going to really benefit from this. And the water signs as well. And after, if you're at 22 degrees, so this is like, this is going to be Aries, Sagittarius. If you're like late degrees, fire signs, if you're late degrees, mutable signs, this will definitely affect you. Okay. So yeah, like I was saying, I don't know about you guys, but if you're going to it seems like things are like slowing down, but I feel that sometimes in life, especially like this year, if things start to slow down, that means something's going to happen, something's going to be speeded up again. So I'm just basically seeing what happens, because you just really never know. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I've got 3 cards for the general collective that you can work with during these retrograde times. The first card we've got is Embrace Meditation. And This is in the tarot, this is the judgment card. The judgment card is is about we're having like this an awakening. So I feel that if we're gonna go, especially when it goes into Sagittarius, a lot of us are gonna have this sort of like awakening moment. So it's really great to, regardless wherever it goes, just to try and ground ourselves through meditation, any type of like grounding practice, because this is Mercury we're dealing with, and regardless of what sign it is, it can still make things quite uncomfortable, rev us up into a frenzy, and meditation can just help us in general, guys. So any type of meditation, anything that can help quieten our mind, because things can just be like too much. And also, coming current to Christmas season, this can also, it's a busy period. It's a very stressful period. And put the retrograde, and let's not forget, during this time, we have the new moon in Sagittarius. So it's going to be so busy. It's going to be so busy. So, this is one spiritual practice that we can all do. The second card that we have is Learn from Karma. And this is 18 in the tarot. This is the Sun card. So I feel we're going to be opening up our minds, and there's going to be this huge enlightening moment where we're going to be seeing where we're going, and what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong, how far we're pushing ourselves. Sorry guys, I got a little bit of a cold. I'm recovering from a cold actually. So when it says learn from karma, I feel that learn from karma with the Sun card. This is a Sun card anyway. Is that things are going to be opened up to us that we are not privy to, that we probably either shy away from, or because karma is about cause and effect. So it's like whatever we're putting out there, it's going to come back to us. And because it's a Sun card, it's going to be bright, it's going to be highlighted, it's going to be seen by everyone. But we have to learn from it. Instead of getting angry, trying to bring someone else down, we just have to learn from it. And instead of us trying to get other people back, because anytime a sign or a planet goes retrograde, it can be a karmatic time. It can be like, you did this when it happened, now look what's going to happen to you. We have to learn from it, regardless of what the situation is. And the fact it's going like into like business side of Capricorn, and then it goes into a sign that is very much about spiritual enlightenment in Sagittarius, this actually does make sense. Okay, so we're being like greedy, stagnated, just doing like the shadow side of Capricorn, then there's gonna be repercussions that's gonna come. Okay, that's what this card is all about. The last card we got is Recognize Divine Timing. So everything that's supposed to happen will happen. There's nothing we can really do about it. It's like it's written in the stars. So if you are one of these it's like if you're one of these people that, or we're all like that in our own way, but if you're one of the people that think that everything's in the bag, it's supposed to be like this, or you're having like a nice quiet life, it's always going to be like this quiet, peaceful, something can happen. Or if you're one of those people that are always busy and you always love being busy, and after that, there's a quiet period that comes all of a sudden, that's supposed to happen too. Or it could be like in the middle. So, like I said, even though I do feel that there's a bit of a quiet period for me, it still does feel that, something could happen at any time, regardless if it's in a sign that's not very fast in the beginning. Recognize divine timing. And also, I think that we should also try and go for what we need to go for as well, and try to be as open as we can, especially when it goes back into Sagittarius, because all is not what it seems. Okay, so that's like my 2 cents worth on the Mercury retrograde in Capricorn and Sagittarius. Now let's get to the signs. Hey Aries, so this Mercury retrograde is in your 10th house, Capricorn. And this is when, you know, stuff comes back when it comes to bosses, your employment in a way, but your status. There can be like a status change. There could be like an old boss coming back. It could be you going back to a job. It could be even like your status in your relationship with your partner can change as well. There could be business contracts being signed. There could be some delays that happen with like a promotion. So, you know, like in January, things may be a bit more better. Then it goes in your 9th house in Sagittarius. So this is when some of you may be rethinking going back to doing a course of study, meaning a mentor or old mentor can come back. This is where rethinking traveling long distance as well, or even an opportunity can come up for you to travel, for you to learn, for you people that from faraway places could come back into your life. And they can teach you a lot of things. You know, Aries, even though you're a leader, you still like to learn. And yeah, and also even anything to do with like publishing. You could be publishing a book or going back over editing. There could be some editing work that needs to be done. But even this is to do with like your belief system. So there could be lots of stuff that changes with how you're thinking about the world in general. And it could be to do with politics. It could be to do with race and religion. Mercury also rules your 3rd house, let's not forget, and it also rules your 6th house. So I can see a lot of you Aries really, you know, rethinking like your whole regime on how, you know, because this is the time where you're looking at like keeping yourself fit and healthy, keeping, you know, some things to do with like siblings can come back as well. You could be going back to an old place where you used to live. Old neighbours can come. But also be mindful of what you say. So I can see a lot of you Aries getting back to like the grind, getting back to being healthier, getting back to... Could be watching what you're saying, but also it's like, you know, I need to sort myself out. The card that you have for this retrograde is in the card you got is Access Clear Thinking, number 1 card. In the tarot, this card is the Magician. Okay, so it says Access Clear Thinking, like you're thinking definitely there's gonna be some higher learning, higher thinking. And it says access clear thinking is in a way like be careful what you say, but also you need to really go back to some things as well. We go back to some stuff because there is going to be a lot of stuff that you're going to be missing out, Aries. And I think that things definitely will start to become more clearer when it comes to like an all over, whether it's your health, your routines, your status as well, but also especially like your beliefs and what you're thinking about. Okay, so it's a very busy time for a lot of you Aries. I wouldn't be surprised if like a lot of you were getting promoted as well. Hey Taurus, how are you? So Taurus, Mercury retrograde in Capricorn and Sagittarius is in your 8th and 9th houses. You know, Mercury traditionally rules your 5th and your 2nd house. So we can see a lot of Tauruses. These houses are being activated. So you can see a lot of Tauruses could be definitely thinking about, a bit like Aries, going back to studying, people from far away coming back, mentors, shifts in perspective as well. And you know, this is the time to be thinking about money owed. Like you may have to pay back some money. Money may even come back to you as well, which is always good during the new year. So a lot of that could be happening. It could be surprise money because Jupiter's in your sign. So it might be likely that some of you Tauruses might be getting something back, but you may have to pay it back as well. It definitely could go either way. But yes, but some of you may be investing in like a creative project that you've put off for a while. This might be a time where some of you, if you do come into money, that you're going to be definitely investing in something for the long haul, like a long-term goal, like a course of study, or even saving up to travel, saving up to do something with publishing. That could be self-publishing a book. You could do the traditional way, but creativity, it does feel very high as well. And this is a time that you're going to be really much investing in yourself. When you invest in yourself, it boosts your self-esteem. Okay? So I feel that with this retrograde as well, Taurus, to look at like many avenues as well. Like if some of you are like looking to like build up like a home business, like a family business, if you guys have left a job or you're starting a family, anything like that, this is a time where some of you may decide, you know what, this is a time for me to really build up on my skills, my creativity, build on like certain types of like different streams of income as well. So yeah, it's actually a really nice but also a busy time for a lot of you Tauruses. The card that you have is Unlock Your Heart. So it's about digging deep. What's in your heart, Taurus? What do you really... you guys are very talented, very skilled people. So what's the most important? If you are looking to like delve into the creative realm or writing or anything like that, what's the best way to go about it? What's the best way to invest in it for the long haul, for the long term? And some of you definitely will be starting about doing it now. Okay, and I feel a lot of you will get a lot of support as well. Support can come from the past, definitely, as well. Okay. Hey, Gemini, how are you? Some of you may be very excited because you're ruled by Mercury. Wherever Mercury goes, it hits you. So Mercury is in your... Sorry, it's in your 8th. In Capricorn and Sagittarius in your 8th. And your 7th and 8th houses. You're traditionally ruled by Mercury. It's also ruling your 4th house. So even though you are ruled by it, it still can feel very topsy-turvy, a bit up and down, a bit like, okay, there could be some stagnation going on when it comes to like your finances in your relationship as well. It could be definitely going over old ground, looking at your bills, looking at your joint finances as well. Again, you may have to pay off any debts or loans. There could be some fears that come up that you may not feel that you have enough. Especially because it's come to Christmas time. So it's time to, some of you may have to really look at your finances and tighten your belt. This is a time to be working with your partner, not against your partner. Opening up the communication. Okay, not just ignore it or bury yourself. Because this is a time where bills can come for some people. Okay, and it's not the best time for it to happen. So really looking at things properly. And some of you may want to invest in your home. You may want to build a portfolio of your home or redecorate it or anything like that. But it's instead of overspending, it's time to really take it slow, and because you could do things a lot fast. You could just run away with things, Geminis, and not really have a care in the world. So yeah, this Mercury retrograde is asking you to sort of slow down, work with your partner, and talk things through, because there could be some clashes that come. There could definitely be some things that you've missed out in your relationship that now is going to come forth too. So the card you have is Relieve Anxiety. Whew. So like I said, there could be some clashes, but it could also be some drama that can come. There could also be fears that come. It's about finding ways to do it. I feel that if you're being honest and having open communication, working with a debt collector, working with people in the banks, working with your partner, sorting out anything that needs to be paid off, this will help relieve anxiety. This is about having open communication, having truthful communication as well. And also, some of you may be having to spend more time with the family. Even spending time with family can help relieve any type of anxiety that you could be experiencing. Yes, you may feel quite stagnated because Capricorn but it is also forcing you to look at like the bigger picture too. Okay. Hello, Cancer. How are you? So this Mercury retrograde will hit you. So all the cardinal signs basically. So this is in your 7th and your 6th and 7th house. And Mercury, traditionally rules your 12th and it also rules your 3rd house. So there's a lot of like hidden action going on, but also lots of communication happening. So what I see with you Cancers is that with the things going backwards, some of you may want to, stick to being in your shell. Like, I just don't want to deal with this no more. I just want to chill. I want to relax. I just get off my job. I just can't wait till Christmas comes and all those types of things. Again, a bit like Gemini, relationships, open communication. There could be some stuff that's missed out. Like if there's an argument that's been buried, it will come out. You could find out something about your partner that might not be very nice, and vice versa. There could be something that comes up to do with like your health regime that you need to like really reverse. Okay, and even work with your partner, they may not be able to help you. It could be a partnership, like a general partnership with someone that you love and trust. So, if you are looking to get healthy, it might be in a relation, it might be in a group setting, not just by yourself, or, you could get a lot of advice as well. This is a time to look at what your eating habits as well. So again, a friend or an associate can help you with that. They can recommend this new, I don't know, gym instructor or chef, something like that. I feel a lot of you will be having lots of open communication as well. Some of you may be quite resistant, but it's like, you know what, let's just get this out of the way. It's a new year, we need to keep things moving. And but on the whole, I do see some of you wanting to just chillax. Just want to have a bit of a breather as well. But obviously before that happens, you need to just sort what you need to sort out. The card you got is reverse disassociation. So again, I feel like there's some hibernation going on, and you have to sort of like reverse that. Like, you need to like sort of like face the music, some of you, and not just like, oh, got enough to do with this person or that person. With this retrograde, themes of like old contracts can come up. 7th house is also to do with open enemies. So people that were working against you, Cancer, they will come out of the woodwork and you will find out about it. And this is a time where a lot of you should look at like your working habits and who you're working with as well. So this is a time when some of you may definitely face the music. And some of you may be very open to it. Some of you may be thinking, not really sure. But regardless, there's going to be changes that come. Hey Leo, how are you? Welcome to your video. So Mercury is going retrograde in your 5th and 6th house. Okay? And 5th house for Sagittarius, 6th house for Capricorn. So yes, and Mercury traditionally rules your 11th and also your 2nd house. So what can happen with this, Leo? So we can see a lot of you getting a bit more organized. Okay, if you weren't organized, if you were sort of struggling to be a bit more organized, like Capricorn's on your back saying, okay, this is what we need to do. Chop, 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 chop. Okay, and also this is to do with like your creativity, things to do with children as well. So There might be some if you've got children, there might be a lot of back and forth going over. Could be some drama, but it could be like, okay, you're probably getting your kids sorted as well. If they're going to be going to like this play school and that play school, or you need to pay for this, you need to pay for that. Getting them ready and healthy, but also yourself. It could be you revising, thinking about getting a new pet. You might get one. Get a lot of paperwork done. Your job, you could be more busier in your job. And if you're looking for a job, an old job can come back to you. You know, these things are possible, Leos. And yes, busy time. But also a time a bit like Taurus, like I feel a lot of you are going to probably be thinking about investing in yourself, investing in your creativity, investing in your skills, but also investing in any things that you like to do, like passion projects as well. Old friends also can come back, old associates as well. They could be helping you, Leos. So this time between now and January, it could be extremely busy. Like you're bumping into this person, that person, and they're giving you ideas, they're giving you inspiration, and you're just like, okay, I'm going to do all of it, but I just need to really sort myself out. The card you got is Explore Your Ancestry. In the tarot, this is the Death card. So it says Explore Your Ancestry. I feel that this is to do with your past. Definitely your past coming back. So I think anything, whether it's old themes, people, places come back from the past, it's about exploring it. It's not about you reliving it. It's really about exploring it. It could be your family as well, but also this is the time to really peel off layers of oldness and bring in newness into your life. Not get stuck in an old way. Even though Capricorn rules your six, is very old school. Still, we need to revise it to make it a bit more modern. So really look at everything that you are great at, Leo, and just revise it. Okay? But still a very, very busy time. Hey Virgo, how are you? Like Gemini, you're going to be affected by this Mercury retrograde. But it's going to trine you, but then it's going to, square you. So this is in your 5th house for Capricorn. Then it goes into your 4th house in Sagittarius. You're traditionally ruled by Mercury, but also it rules your 10th. So I think like you, Capricorn, obviously, Saggy, but Gemini are also going to be shining under this full moon, under this Mercury retrograde, but also the mutables in general anyway. So again, creativity is highlighted here. Passion projects as well, going back to these. If you have started it and you stopped, you may decide you want to really put your all in and just do it. This is a time where a lot of you can really shine. Your status can change. You could, shine for the right reasons, or it depends. But also some of you may decide that you no longer want to work in the whole hustle and bustle. You want to work from home. You want to be closer to family, especially if like you're a new parent, or you've got a lot of big family, or like you just don't want to commute too much. If you are doing any type of creative skill or anything that's you're passionate about, especially with the weather, especially in London, how it is outside, being closer to home will really help. Yes, the 4th house, it does square your 4th, but it is more like, you might not, even though I feel some of you may feel, okay, I'm going to have this really cozy space to work on what I need to work on, get myself organized and, really build up my career. You may find that, if you've got children, they may be very loud, maybe in your space. Even if you've got a partner as well, they may be just like demanding too much of you. Is the cooking done? Is the cleaning done? You might have a lot on your mind, but essentially, it's about getting everyone involved at home. Yes, there might be stuff that needs to be done at home, might be holes that need to be fixed, drills, redecorations, all of that. But I feel that it's essentially to get like the family together, especially if you believe in yourself and you want them to sort of like help you as well. So the card you got is ground yourself. And in the tarot, this is the devil card. And it's a Capricorn card. And Capricorn rules your fifth. So there's some things that a lot of you may be tied to. Okay. And this card is of greed. It is of the dark side of the establishment. So I feel that if any of you Virgos are looking like an old way of doing things and not asking for help, or you can do everything yourself, or being greedy in any way, or even selfish, or some of you Virgos have got a dark side. Like it could be a case of like you stealing other people's work, anything like that. It will be exposed, so just be careful. I feel that there'll be people that will come to your aid. This could be family, but look out for like other people that can help. Remember, it also rules your 10th house, so there will be changes in your career. There will be changes in your career, but also your home life. So be open to these changes. Don't be grounded to the same old deary things. Change something. Change like how one of your rooms to look. Because that can also make you a bit more inspired. Or don't put things off, Virgos, because this is I feel this is pretty much a special time for a lot of you. Even though you're getting squared and everything, it's still very much a special, busy time. Hey Libra, how are you? Welcome to your Mercury Retrograde with Capricorn, which is in your 4th, and Sagittarius, which is in your 3rd. Sorry. Mercury traditionally rules your 9th house, and it rules your 12th. Okay, so there's a lot going on. So with you, I can see a lot of Librans really tending to the home. Really tending to the home. Lots of communicating. Could be with builders, could be with people that decorate your home, could be you decorating it. Going lots of like back and forth with family as well. Going like short distance. Because it's coming to Christmas anyway, so some of you could be definitely visiting family, driving up there, or you could be hosting in your home as well. So you're getting your house ready because family's coming over. And also tending to like anything that needs to be done, like painting, fixing, decorating. Some of you could be buying and selling, could be doing like the finishing touches to that. I can see some of you like talking to like siblings, talking to neighbours as well. You could be going over old ground if there's been any drama or any arguments as well. Take a breath, because this Mercury retrograde is also asking you like you sort of try to relax. There may be some stuff that's revealed as well during this time. Some of it could be shocking. Some of it may not be. It could be to do with like your siblings. Could be to do with a friend as well. So how you're thinking about stuff is going to be very different. Like you may be thinking one way, like, oh, I always thought my family was like this. And it's like, oh, you found out something and it's just like completely different. Obviously with Christmas is never going to be joyful for everyone. Christmas sometimes is a lot of drama. So yeah, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but because you're a Libra, like all the cardinal signs, be prepared that something will come out of the woodwork. So the card you got is contemplate death and beyond. Now this card, it does seem morbid, but it's not. It's number 6 card, and in the tarot, this is the Lover's card. So I feel there's gonna be some releasing going on. I feel some of you may, with family, you can't, when it comes to family, you can't, and friends, you can't choose sometimes who your family is. So there may be like an ending of seeing certain family members. It could be with friend members as well. So, and death is about releasing. It's also about an enlightenment. So I feel whatever comes out, whether it's through friends or family, You're going to be really thinking about it a lot and just releasing yourself from it, because it could just be bringing chaos and drama into your life. And I feel the fact that Mercury also rules your 12th is giving you that inner time to really think about things on a deeper level. You may not be telling people, but it's just that it's what your private thoughts are, what you're actually thinking about. And the fact this is like the Lover's card as well. Yes, some of you may be in two minds, but I feel that once you get your bearings in, then you're going to make that big decision. Your happiness comes first, Libra. And I think if anyone, whether it's family or even friends, are like hindering that in any way, you're not going to be afraid to cut that cord. Okay, so a huge realization during this Mercury retrograde. Hey Scorpio, how are you? So Scorpio, this Mercury retrograde is going to be in your third and also your second and third houses. Okay, Mercury traditionally rules your 8th house, and it also rules your 11th house. So for you, my Scorpio friends, this is going to be bringing up some business contracts, old contracts coming back, friends come back, seeing old neighbors, doing short distance traveling. I feel some of you are going to be definitely looking at your spending habits as well. Second house is to do what you're eating, so that could be a theme too. So if you are thinking of like spending too much, buying, and you may have to sort of like rein that in. Second house is to do with your self-worth. So just because something looks nice, Scorpio, doesn't mean that you have to have it. So it makes you feel better. I feel you're going to be, really tightening things up now. It also, like I said, it rules your 11th house as well. So yes, I feel that and your 8th, it does. I feel that during this time, it can bring, you could be communicating with people like old friends from the past, groups or that you affiliated, that you associated with back in the day. So there could be a lot of chitter chatter going on. They may, obviously, just because they come into your life doesn't mean they're going to stay. So it just might be just like a general catch up, like a Christmas general catch up that you're having. And yeah, and also any fears or worries that come up as well, Scorpions, this is for you to look at. This is for you not to think, I'll just deal with it later. I think it was going to be coming up now. The fact that you're ruled by the 8th house and it rules your 8th house is going to be, it's like your mind sort of going to expand into like certain awarenesses. Another thing, that's if any of your friends or associates owes you anything, it might be that time to just call it in. Okay? So the card you got is assimilate life experience. And in the tarot, this is the High Priestess. So my gut feeling is saying that a lot of you Scorpions are going to be finding out a lot of secrets under this full moon. Under this Mercury retrograde. The fact that we're going back over things. I feel that if you're being shortchanged in any shape or form, you're going to call it out. You're not going to be taking it lying down. And that goes towards friends. It goes towards relatives, siblings, anything like that. You're going to be calling it out. And when it says assimilate life experiences, you're going to learn a lot under this Mercury retrograde. Learn who your friends are, your foes are. Learn how far you can push yourself. Learn could be learning about traveling as well. Learning what you're good at and what you're not good at. And learn about your self-worth. Because that's one of the most important things. Okay? Hey Sagittarius, one of the stars of the show. So, this Mercury retrograde is in your 1st house, but it's also in your 12th. Sorry, in your 2nd. Okay. And Mercury traditionally rules your 7th and it also rules your 10th house. So Saggies, big time for you, because also this is like your first house being activated too. So again, you're going to be looking at things to do with yourself physically. And like I said, the fact that your 7th house is being activated, and also your 10th house, you know, your career and your relationships are going to be full on blast. You got cardinal houses galore happening. Cardinal T-square. That's happening. So some of you may be actually really ready and ready to go. Like, it's go time. Let me do this. I'm not going to waste any time. So that could be getting a new job. That could be finding more confidence, gaining more confidence into applying, asking for that promotion, taking care of yourself. Yes, a lot of you can be in your head. It's normal. But a lot of you are like thinking, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to like change where I live or change my appearance. I'm going to, you know, go for that relationship. I'm going to break away from the relationship. I'm going to like talk about stuff that feels very uncomfortable in my relationship. Some of you, if you didn't want a family, you could start a family. Some of you don't want a family. You're going to say, I don't want a family. You know, I feel a lot of you are going to be a bit more mouthier during this time. So, and obviously, you know, your finances are being here as well. So we're looking at your financial situation, what your investments are, how you're planting and seeding your work too, as well. You know, but I think next year, 2024, there's going to be a big change, huge change for a lot of you Sagittarians. And yes, it's to do with like your general outer appearance, but also your career. I feel that a lot of you may now know your self-worth even more. So the card that you have is examine your integrity, the 11 card. So this in the tarot is the Justice card, which is Libra. So you're going to be, like I said, looking at the bigger picture, even bigger. If there's something missing, in a contract, something that you've missed, you're going to be on it. Okay, and of course, some of you can get confused. You're going to be in two minds, and you know your relationships being highlighted big time, and your career. But I feel that you're going to be a bit more level-headed when it goes into your sign, and it's not about not taking no for an answer, but it's just more to do with knowing your worth, knowing what you're about. Yes, Sagittarius, you've got this sort of like happy-go-lucky, cheeky side, but I feel that when it's time to get down to business, you are about that. And it can really shock people because they're so used to you acting and looking a certain way, but you're going to be very different now. Okay, so yeah, big changes coming for you. Hey Capricorn, so star of the show, this Mercury retrograde is in your first house. You also have Mercury going into your 12th, in Sagittarius. Mercury traditionally rules your 6th and it also rules your 9th. So busy, because not only will the sun be going into your sign when this also, not when it happens, but when it's, you know, the week after your sun goes into Capricorn. So yeah, it's going to be, it can feel quite slow, but it's also going to be very, very busy, okay? Because the fact that Mercury goes into your sign is, like Sagittarius, you know, you'll be focusing on the self, what you need to do, what you need to revise, what you need to work on, your physical self, your family, your home, your finances, and, you know, your career. And this is a time where I feel some of you may want to, you know, yes, you're going to be busy, but sort of take some things a bit slow. Do some, you know, don't be surprised if some of you want to be a bit by yourself as well. Just want to probably think about how this year's gone, how it's gone for you as well, and what you improved about yourself, what you want to do. Any of you are spiritualists, you may want to take up yoga, meditation, all those types of things, just to help with like the nervous system. Because Mercury is ruled by those other signs and it can rev it up. So you may want to just go into like the proper holiday season, into just, winding down, really doing deep breathing, meditation, reading as well, releasing and letting go of anything that no longer serves you. A time to really think about, what type of career you want. Old jobs can come back as well, funny enough. Employees, bosses as well. I can see some of you like just rereading certain books, because you're looking at the world very differently now. There's a lot that's happened this year, and you may want to do some investigating work for yourself. So just like rereading books, learn a new course, a new language, a new course of study, hooking up with people that are from different to you, different creeds, different cultures. You also could be like traveling to see family and friends as well, or just want to just stay with your partner if you have one, or even your family. So the card that you have is create boundaries. Okay, create boundaries. During this Mercury retrograde in your sign, a lot of people can invade your space. Okay, this is a number 7 card, and the 7, we're in a 7-year, it is the Chariot. And the Chariot is about traveling. It's also about overcoming obstacles and being determination. So I feel it's actually really good it's in your 12th as well, because it can help release and not be around certain themes and certain people. And it actually does create boundaries as well. And when you're going into the new year, you're going to be a different you. So it does create boundaries with this Chariot card. Is that I feel you're going to be very determined to probably start something fresh, something new, start like a new course, start like a business, or it could be a business, but it could be like something that you're scared of doing. You're going to really start it. You're not going to sort of like take no for an answer. You're going to push, you're going to do it. You're going to come out of that Capricorn way and just go for it. And why not? Okay? So, and also, like I said, the night ruling your ninth as well. It's about your belief system. It's about what you're seeing in the world, and some of the what you're seeing is not nice. So I feel some of you might be determined to change things for the better for mankind. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of you that go into politics as well, do something to do with the law. So yeah, it's a very ambitious time for a lot of you. Okay, and another thing also, because it rules your 6th, this is about your health and wellness. So really take care of that as well. Take care of your mental, physical, and emotional health. And try not to work too hard over the holidays too. Hey Aquarius, how are you? So Aquarius, this Mercury retrograde is in your 12th house. Also 11th and 12th houses for Sagittarius and Cap. Mercury also rules your 5th, and it rules your 8th house. Okay, so it's obviously it's gonna affect everyone differently, but for you Aquarius, with the fact that it's gonna be in your 12th, 11th, and 12th houses, friends can come back, old projects, old goals, you revising spirituality practices, you revising on what you're holding on to, what's not helping you, what's not hindering you in any way. If you like dipped your toe in spirituality, you might really go for it. Like, I heard about this meditation thing, I'm not really sure, let me try it. You could be reading up books as well, doing some poetry, hooking up with like certain groups of friends, associates. They can definitely come back. The fact that it also rules your 8th as well. This is like your debts, loans, finances. So people who owe you, they could be paying back, or vice versa. This is the time to be working with any fears, but also working with any strong emotions that come up as well, because there's certain people that come into your life that we might re-enter, that you've taken a that you just dislike, and I think it's for a lot of you to like really understand why you don't like that person, or why you have like a really strong stance on something too. And working on any skills, creative skills, will really help. It will help ease the tension. The fact that it's in your 12th, 11th and 12th houses, and it rules your 5th as well, is that it can give you a lot of insight on things that you are passionate about, any pleasures and things that you want to take forward, what you want to project to the world. Because under this, it can make a lot of your Aquarians very, very ambitious. Okay? So the card that you have is minimize guilt. And in the tarot, this card is the Fool card. So you're on a brand new path, brand new beginning. The Fool is like you're not really sure of what you're going to do. You're just going to go for it. So yeah, I feel that some of you may just bite the bullet and just go for it. Some of you may just decide that you're going to hang out with these types of people, or you might even catch up with certain people. You might even, phoning people and, oh, let's hang out. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's create. Let's talk about this thing that we don't like to talk about. All of these things. And it has minimized guilt. Is like, if you do feel guilty about anything, it's time to just really go for it, really talk about it, really try and understand it. The fact that this is in your 12th house as well is like you're going deeper within yourself, Aquarius. You're understanding the way the underworld is, should I say. So it's a very, this retrograde is very like deep and intense for you, but you will understand a lot more. And my Pisces, how are you? So Pisces, this Mercury retrograde is in your 10th and 11th house. Mercury rules your 4th and 7th house. Okay? So you have like Saggy, like all the mutable, you have like this T-square going on with your 10th, your 7th, and your 4th house being activated. These are cardinal houses. So yeah, being Capricorn in your 11th is like friends can come back, old goals that you can work on. There could be things that are signed over to you. This is a time where a lot of you are, even like old jobs. Like if Pisces this year has been very different to you, for you guys, Saturn being there. So some of you have gotten like promotions. Some of you may have been demoted, could have got a new job, waiting for a job. Some of you are starting a family. Things may be just slowing down a bit now. But now with this Mercury retrograde, things might be going on the up. You might be very busy. You might be hearing from people that you haven't heard from. It could be definitely bosses. You could be promoted. An old job that you thought was out of your league could come back. You can bump into like old friends, especially if your goals have taken a back seat. This can now come. And, with it ruling your 4th house, again, this is time to fix up the home. Again, if you're starting a family, you may want to like breaking walls, making more space, redecorating, probably Christmas decorations, family coming over as well. You could be ironing out family issues too. And even in your relationships as well. I feel that your family dynamics and relationships, things can be eased out now. Uncomfortable conversations can come out. I feel that even like old relationships can come back. It could be, family that you haven't seen, but also exes could come as well. And I think it's that time, because we're in December, that people are sort of like going into the new year with easing out any type of old karma. So the card you got is Release Fear, and it's a 25. Well, there's nothing in the tarot 25, but you got Release Fear, and I feel for you, Pisces. Like I said, it's such a busy year, changes that are happening galore, that with all this friends and jobs, careers coming back to you, and like relationships as well, like your whole status has changed. Don't be afraid to go to the unknown. I feel that if certain people or places come back into your life, for you to be looked at and revised at, don't shy away from it, because it could change the course of next year for you. Remember, Saturn's going to be in your sign till 2026, so there's a lot that's going to be happening. I feel that your confidence, I think if you dare to go there, your confidence building can be very big. And the fact this is in your 10th and 11th house is that these are like career and ambition houses. So I feel that it's time to open up those gates of confidence and go in it and just release fear. Okay. So guys, that was the Mercury retrograde for Capricorn and Sagittarius for all the signs. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Thank you guys very much for listening. And I will speak to you guys soon. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for your comments. And I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.